I hope that helps. Could be worse. It's a little less confusing reading that, like, don't get me wrong, I'm still confused myself, but I understand it just a little bit better.
Well?
They're waiting for something. There's talk of a sacrifice.
Do they mean the clan? They mean the clan, don't they?
Well, the tracks suggest the captives are on the other side of the clearing. You'll have to go through the crowd.
We're going to get that close to a crowd of Venatori.
It's quickest. I found you some disguises.
Oh, that doesn't smell good. Oh, it's sticky. Why is it sticky?
Blood. Hopefully. Make sure you split up. You don't want to draw attention.
Nev, I need you with me. You know the Venatori best. And you're probably the only one who can convince them you belong there.
Sad but true.
And we'll be your entourage. I'll go with the Veil Jumpers.
We'll try to keep the escape routes clear. Get the Dalish and get out of there. And please, try not to stand out.
It's hard for a Qunari to not stand out when surrounded by non-Qunari.
And the others?
They'll be close, but it's safer to move in small groups.
I thought I saw someone in the trees, strafing the Veil Jumpers.
Good.
There's shiny stuff under the... So I was shinies under the bridge and I had to take it out. I believe it's the quest I've seen online recently. Taywin, leaving you to pack up the rest of the gear. Sandy is not doing well. Shouldn't have let him drink from the lake. Knew there was something off with them. Want to finish our observations and get back to camp.
They're going to bleed the Dalish deer.
Hala. They're going after Hala.
We can't do anything that'll draw attention to ourselves.
Wait until we find our target.
Brooke, we don't have to watch this. It won't be pretty.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be kind of hard for
One way or another.
kind of hard for Qunari to wear the headgear that the Veilguard is, or that the Venatori wear.
If I run to you, there's a few of us here. The group of inventors.
Yeah, I know. The boys and I found a bunch of things in the ruin. Stuff the Dalish missed. You can find lingering magic in some of it. Heard you're headed back to the city for Templar business. Can I order to get this shit out of here before others find it? You know some of them will just want to worship it for something, but I'd rather line my pockets. Ah, there we go. I could feel it. The urge to attack anytime they teleport in is so like.
The enemies of Tevinter are not allowed here.
My servant is Canary. Does that offend you?
No, my lady. I was just instructed to...
Tell someone who gives a damn. Why am I still waiting? Where are the gods? When does the ritual start?
Gods? But only the Lord Elgarnon is here, and he is still preparing.
Useless. Out of my way. It's Elgarnon, not Gillenane, like we expected.
That was impressive.
They expect strength and power from someone like me.
A mage.
A human mage. Show them what they expect, and you don't get questions. But as I was saying, Gillenane's not here. It's just Elgarnon.
Elgarnon might be here, but he doesn't know we are.
He'll figure it out once the prisoners are gone.
We'll worry about that when we have to.
Then let's keep moving for now.
Well, why did she draw her moving? Moving like she was mooing. Let me take a look at these white. Okay, here's a... Nope, these are not elves. The ears are not pointed enough. They're wearing Minrathis robes. I know because I've put that on my character, one of my characters before. I'm not sure if that means that they're slaves or if they're just recruits. But they're definitely not, they're not elves, though.
Does anyone else hear that?
I feel you. I see you. I know how you suffer. Come to me, and I will ease your soul. No, we don't need another voice in here.
Yeah, they both have two. I just realized both Rook and Lucanus have voices in their heads.
Knives and poisons are nothing, little crow, when I can make you master of life and death.
He's making promises, tempting me.
All I want from you is a blade in your heart. hundreds of years you have mourned the loss of your dragon gods. From beyond the veil, I heard your lament, and have come to deliver you from desolation. Dragon of night, I break your chains. Hear my voice and rise. I am Elganon, once called Lucicon, and I have returned.
The Archdemon is already fueling him.
I will free your Antiva from the Kunari. All you must do is obey me, worship me, love me, and kneel.
I know this magic. It's old and dangerous. It's too strong, I can't break it.
We've got this.
I'm trying to conceal us. He'll know someone broke his hold.
Valara bought us some time, but we have to go. Now.
Venatori, there are uninvited guests among you. Bring them to me.
He's sending the cult after us.
Elgarnon is within my reach. Give me the dagger.
No. We can't touch him now that his archdemon's in play. I won't risk Dalish lives.
Smite the heretics!
Come, get ready.
Feel the strength of Veilguard!
Fire!
God cannot abide me!
They know we're here.
We failed the gods!
Maybe this is for the rest of us, Rook.
Still standing, not bad.
Stay in cover. Do not die.
Look there. The Archdemon.
Yeah, so maybe we avoid its attention. Eyes open. Take the shot.
Death before failure!
I do like the fact that he mentioned, you know, my character's backstory when he was trying to take
I
control.
want the interlopers at my feet. Your continued failure is a disappointment to your god.
We're riling them up. They won't back down now.
What happens when they don't give him what he wants?
I always love those little like nods to your character, like backstories, stuff like that. It just like, I don't know, it just makes me happy. Even in the other games too, when they made a nod to what your character is. Exactly, and your character too. Makes them feel more connected to the world. Instead of just, oh, I'm part of... Exactly. Instead of you just feeling like your character is, you're just in this world and you don't have much of a connection to it. It gives you a reason to actually feel more connected to the story.
And now Darkspawn?
Of course. Why wouldn't the Venatori bring their new friends on a wall? Finish it. Got things ready.
Doesn't seem to be yet.
Gillenane lost her dragon. Might make Elganar more cautious.
They're close.
Keep fighting!
Nice move.
That's amazing!
Nice move. Dalish arrows. Strife and the other Veil Jumpers were here.
That'll take some of the pressure off. We have to use this chance to get to the prisoners.
Intruder, have defiled my temple and spurned the gifts I offer. You could have had a place of honor as my disciple.
I want to see if there's anything up here.
This way! We have to be quick, before the Venatori catch up.
We've got company. We believe their strength.
That way, through the gate. Shit. Damn it! Shut tight, and the locking mechanism is on the other side.
So you're saying we're stuck?
There has to be another way out.
Can we be of assistance?
We're stuck! Gate's shut and we can't open it from here.
Right. Be careful. You've more Venatori on the way.
Here's the problem.
Venatori.
How's it looking?
Needlessly intricate. Give us just a moment.
Destroy them, Faithful!
Tell me we're close to getting this thing open.
We're on it.
There's an entire Venatori army coming for us.
We're going as quickly as possible. So far.
Still no luck? Really? Are you sure you can open this?
Hang on.
What's that thing?
Holy shit.
We need to proceed. There you go.
Now it's your turn.
Clear.
Well, that's good.
We'll clear the exits while you find the Dalish. Best of luck!
It is futile. My Venatori are legion. Surrender, and I may yet show mercy.
Trying to figure out where the chest is. It's probably on above us. Damaged Journal of Arloth and Veilljumper. Most of the writing is now illegible, but seems to detail the Veilljumper's exploration of the ancient temple. Peculiar interest is the following. Found a passage that took me to the top of the structure. Incredible view. We'll need to spend more time exploring.
Wait, this feels off.
What just happened? Where are we?
I'm not sure. Come on! We need to find a path through. We still need to think of the Dalish.
So that is what you're after. The Elven has been chosen to serve a glorious purpose.
Again?
It's Elganon. He's found us.
And she's got us trapped. The longer we stay here, the more danger we're in.
Shit. There's blight here. There wasn't blight before.
You cannot stand against me. Every action of yours is futile. My power grows even now.
Come on!
You are nothing but an insect. Resist if you like. I have an eternity to spare.
Shit. The Dalish need help and we're losing precious time going around in circles. Solus?
Something's wrong.
I thought I just heard Solus.
You are correct. Elganon's magic has thinned the veil, allowing me to speak to you directly.
I heard him again. Tell me one of you heard that.
Heard what? I fear we lack the time for explanation. If you can rescue the elves, Elganon is mine to face.
What do you mean?
Elganon! Lathaline! Mabanal Avanuris! Masaline Algalana!
Didn't need to get that. Let's keep moving. Solus is gonna distract Elganon.
Van Harel, you have no power here.
Whoever that is sure got his attention.
As long as it keeps him off us.
So, the Dread Wolf has arrived to defend his pawn.
Your cruelty forced my hand.
100 generations and still the same refrain.
Again, you have caged our people, and again I will set them free.
But you are always stubborn, Fen Harel. Insubordinate, unmanageable, even by Mythal's reckoning.
You have lost the right to speak her name.
Adalas man, Shevgar Fen Harel.
The only reason Mythal joined you was that she knew the monster you would become if left unchecked. She thought to temper your brutish ego. Instead, you betrayed her, murdered her.
Only the first time, Dread Wolf.
Are you alright?
I can hear them in my head.
Got company.
We can do this. We have to do this.
Your struggle is pointless, and your faith in the Dread Wolf is misplaced. Give up. Save yourself. Save your friends.
I can see the way through. I think Solus's distraction is working. I think this is it. I think we're through.
You should be near where you need to be. With luck, you can still save the elves.
And there, Dalish.
The cruelty is nothing new. What has happened to the vaunted brilliant mind of Elganon the Mighty? Blight has left you blunt and slow. A monster, not a mastermind. You used to be a challenging opponent.
You saw me as an opponent. To me, you were an irritation, a fly buzzing ceaselessly.
I must speak to you in this tongue. It seems Elven is beyond your grasp.
As much as freedom is beyond yours.
What? Were you talking to me? Sorry then. You're very loud.
That's them. Kill them. We cannot bear, Lord.
The gods take...
Once the Blight is free, it will rule this world, and you will be its attack dog. You will burn this world at its command, as Andruil did at yours, and you will leave only ruin behind you.
This world is ruined already. Your veil destroyed it!
You could heal it! You have the strength to repair the damage without using the blight!
Save your games for the mortals, Dread Wolf. The blight is my blade, and it will take more than your tricks to get me to lay it down.
Well, see, this is a really interesting quest so far. I'm enjoying it.
Saved us.
Time to get out of here.
I can guide you to one of my old hideouts. You can use it to make your escape. The wards still in place there will shield you all from Elganon's sight.
Solus, thank you. Let's go! Let's go! Run! Run!
It's tough being a Venatori. It was their duty to secure the sacrifices. It was their duty to ensure the ritual went perfectly. But despite all their efforts, Elganon was disappointed. The cult would do anything to please their gods. The cult would give anything to atone. Anything. It really is tough being a Venatori.
They chose the wrong occupation.
We'd lost all hope, and then...
And then you swooped in out of nowhere to save us.
He would have killed us to feed his dragon.
Indeed. Maseranus, Nethalon.
Weird as it sounds, we couldn't have done it without the God of Lies.
The sun rises until it doesn't. Celebrate the victories as they come. They're rare enough.
And tomorrow, we'll have to deal with another archdemon.
And it will have regained its strength. Elganon sacrificed his own Venatori to it. A punishment for their failures. The Venatori who escaped scurried back to Deventer. The Veil Jumpers will fight our own battles against the gods. Any help you can offer would be appreciated.
Might be a good time to see what Solus thinks of all this.
want to see what conversations my companions are having between each other before I go talk to Solus.
I'm sorry your brother has an elven god in his head.
Sort of. Thanks. I'm sorry. I shouldn't make it anyone else's problem.
That's Vashadon.
What?
It means garbage.
Okay. Yes, context clues help there. But what do you mean, garbage?
He's your brother. He's family. Nobody twists you up like family. Your head's twisted up enough already. So don't do it alone. Let us help with your brother.
Thank you. That's... I don't know what to say. It's very nice. Twisted up. That... Huh. Yeah.
I can't believe we've got another archdemon to deal with.
This time will go better.
It has to.
Do you think you'll survive this one?
I don't know. Getting out of Weishaupt alive might have been a fluke.
It cannot be. Asan needs you. I wouldn't mind you sticking around either.
You're not so bad yourself.
Ah, the men, they're bonding. I'm gonna check in on Harding because I haven't spoken to her in a bit.
If you want a more comfortable space, I'm sure there's empty rooms we haven't found yet.
I'd rather be somewhere I can smell soil and plants. Familiar, you know?
I do.
If Alia's been kissing up to a god, it's that one. Venatori in his pocket, and now an archdemon. Can't say I like where this is going.
You and Belara cut through his enchantment.
Yeah. Lucky he didn't know we were there. Can't count on it twice.
We'll find something new.
They just watch me jump from the top floor of that room. They're just like, oh, it's just rook things. I think I have new wardrobes, so let's look and see what we got. I don't care as much about the face paint stuff. Ooh, that's a nice coat. Once I get that coat, I'm definitely giving it to my my other character. My Morn Watcher. this one looks exactly like the one I designed for her. Maybe not exactly, but like pretty darn close. Oh, it's got the Inquisition symbol. Oh, I love that. She's gonna keep that on. Ooh, that's a cool staff.
The Dalish prisoners escaped safely?
We got them away free and clear.
Good. Whatever my frustrations with them, it feels good to have helped my people again. Thank you for allowing me to help. Chance to infuriate Elganon was a reminder of simpler times.
So, one thing I want to point out is that he... At first, he wouldn't consider elves his people, but I think the reason why he considers them now kind of his people is because he's grown to see that these, that the elves, or to see that the people that live in this world now are actually people. They mention it in like a codex entry, I think. Philasin, or whatever his name is, his friend, his like a general friend guy from the memories, started to be sympathetic towards the elves, and then or the people of the modern era kind of thing, after the veil came down, and Solas killed him, and then he became a revenant that you fight. I don't know. I think it had something to do with Solas killed the guy because of that, but then Solas comes back and or now after he's experienced the Inquisition and seen that the people in this modern era are, not just, they're actually people, thanks to the Inquisitor's influence. He's realized that, started to see them as more as people. That's why I think that.
You said you found the Dalish frustrating. Why is that?
It is unfair to them. I lived for thousands of years, and after I imprisoned the Evanuris, I slept for thousands more. I awoke in a world that had forgotten the ancient times almost entirely. And those who tried to remember Elven history, like the Dalish, had gotten so much wrong.
Oh, I'm not saying he's not the best. Like, don't get me wrong, he has his bad points, but I can see why he believes the way he does. And why he's, things are changing for him.
I suspect them calling Elganon and Gillenane and all the rest gods didn't go over well with you.
Indeed. To see that the history the Dalish worked so hard to preserve was the propaganda of tyrants was vexing. I tried to explain the truth to one clan. When I convinced them that I was truly Fen'Harel, they attacked me. After that, I hid my explanations behind the facade of having witnessed events in the Fade.
And every mage knows that what we see in the Fade might not be literally true.
Yes. The Dalish had no reason to believe me. I could only watch as they continued to worship Elganon, though we may have seen the last of that tradition, at least.
That makes sense.
You and Elganon were really tearing into one another back there.
I needed to goad him to anger in order to distract him.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, while all of the Evanuris were monsters in their own ways, Elganon was the worst. Or perhaps it is more honest to say that his were the faults I found most objectionable. You have met him now. Heard his voice hammering at the doors of your mind. And you have met me. Can you see how he and I might frustrate one another?
The way the two of you argued, it didn't feel like enemies. It felt like family.
How so?
Family knows you better than anyone. And that can be good or bad.
I had not thought of it that way. But yes, we had centuries to stoke the fires of our hatred. I saw his rise to tyranny coming, and could not stop it. And he saw me disrupt his plans for dominion time and time again.
All right. I can see how you and Elganon would hate each other.
He has always been what I most feared becoming. Callous and uncaring, his arrogance unchecked. To have that much power and no one to remind him that he could be wrong.
Well, he had you.
And I suppose I had you.
Last time I got his attention, he got angry enough to come after us with the blighted dragons. Hopefully this baits him into a mistake we can use against him.
Every act of resistance is a thorn in his side. He will break soon. When we first met, I saw you only as a foolishly confident child who disrupted my plans. You were an irritant. I gave you information to oppose Elganon out of necessity, but I expected you to be nothing more than a tool. Seeing you with your team, I was wrong.
I'm impressed you got that out without choking on it.
If I could not admit when I was wrong, I would be no better than Elganon. Your team trusts you, and you listen to them. It is impressive and enviable. It took me centuries to build such a bond during my rebellion, and when I served the Inquisition, I tried to avoid entanglements.
What about the Inquisitor? Does she not count as a friend?
She does. One of several I grew fond of despite myself when I was with the Inquisition. There was also Cole, a spirit of compassion I helped adapt to our world. He was the only one who knew who I really was. I miss him a great deal. Josephine, the Inquisition's ambassador, was a bastion of kindness and decency in a world that looked down on elves and apostates. Even Cassandra Pendergast of the Order of the Seekers. She was what a believer should be. Faithful, practical, committed to serving, not ruling. I suppose I did bond with the Inquisition after all, as you have with your team.
Thank you for sharing that. So, what comes next? What are the gods going to do?
Elganon and Gillenane are preparing the dagger they will use for their ritual to pierce the veil. Elganon's power is tied to light and darkness. He will need to perform a ritual during the next eclipse.
That gives us some time to prepare.
It is likely to be your last chance to do so. You must be ready for whatever comes, for this world and for the team that trusts you. I know that you will do everything in your power not to fail them.
So now Elganon's recovered his own archdemon. And the gods only need an eclipse to complete their dagger.
We saved the Dalish, though. That's important.
But now Elgernon's immortal, so long as his archdemon lives.
And we all know how hard those things are to kill.
We killed Razikale, didn't we?
After losing hundreds of wardens. And it took a centuries-old trap to do it. We don't have either of those. Not anymore.
Just when you think the tide's in your favor, it turns right back.
Okay. We always knew this was gonna be hard, right? And yeah, maybe it's a little harder now. More than a little. But either we stop this, or all of Thedas falls. So we see it through. All the way. Because no one else is going to.
Nice speech, Rook. But it's hard to complete a contract if you don't know where the target is.
We found the gods before.
Not without help, we didn't.
So we get help again. We've got allies everywhere now.
I can think of a few options, but I'm open to suggestions.
Wardens have run dry. Nothing new is moving in the deep roads.
And the Veil Jumpers couldn't find any trace of Elgranon or his archdemon.
The crows may have something. The Antam are moving large quantities of supplies out of the city. Weapons, armor, gatlock. And food. About half are remaining provisions. Enough to feed the Antam navy.
Given the timing, it seems unlikely to be a coincidence.
Wherever those supplies are headed, that's likely where we'll find the gods. Any more details from the crows, Lucanus?
They said the Antam have long work ahead. We have time. Also, Biago would like a meeting. At your earliest convenience. From him, that means important, but not yet urgent.
Did Viago tell you how much time we have?
Days to weeks. Nothing more precise.
Well, that's our best lead so far. Track those supplies, and we should find the gods.
Not to complicate things, but the Inquisitor also wants to meet Rook.
Right. With everything she's been doing in the south, we owe her an update.
I'll let her know.
Despite the odds, we've survived. We've made a habit of it. Take some time. Rest. Be ready to go. Next time the gods appear, let's make sure it's the last.
The book club that I was not invited to. For the Osberg wetlands. Look, we have continued to study the changes of light. Latest findings are interesting and disturbing. We can't let this spread continue. Catch you next time you're in the wetlands. I'm just gonna check the map. Okay, it looks like almost everybody has a conversation. I'm not gonna deal with it now. I'm gonna end the stream, save the game, end the stream. Because I need to go to bed. It's like 4:30 and I have to work. I had to be at work at 4 p.m. So I'm gonna try to go to sleep. So if you enjoyed, please make sure to leave a like and follow, and don't forget to turn notifications on so you know whenever I go live. If you'd like to talk to me when I'm not streaming, feel free to join my Discord or follow me on my social media links in bio. And without further ado, have a beautiful and wonderful day, and don't forget to stay frosty.